よし。じゃあ始めるよ。
明けましておめでとうございます。
明けましておめでとうね。まだ早いじゃん。あと半年ぐらいある。スーパーハゲの冒険活劇よ。昔なんか天中というゲームあったけどな。
そんなこと言ってるから日々無駄に過ごすことになるんだぞブル君。ラッキー。
ラッキーさんか。移動したもうサーバー。どうなんだろう。We are to July。今日はね、2面。ミッション家族の死。
まだサバ移動できないよ。
まだできんのか。
She came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
やっぱりストーリーがよくわからん。
Alexa Carlyle is dead, according to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. The family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
ジンサイさんか。
It began here.
マジこんな世界あったら仕事依頼したいわ。
Talk about
なんで
One more thing.
めちゃくちゃ高い
According to
よ。
our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant, information that may be helpful in his recapture. So don't leave the estate without it.
アレクサ、
Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
どっから始まるんだろうね。ターゲット。アレクサ。設定がね、めちゃくちゃ細かいのね。指定なし。調査ファイルを探すんだ。持ち込み10。ワイヤー。コインが最強武器よね。
あとちょっとで寝るけど見とく。
あとちょっとで寝る。
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson, and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, The target knows that you're coming, and
ターゲット一人って珍しいな。最近
So
にして
Mr.
は。
Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
イギリスダートムーア。まあでも綺麗っちゃ綺麗やろぜ。このままバイクで突っ走って中入っていけばいいんだ。
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle. Please wait.
Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame
そう
Carlyle
いえ
this
ばゼ
morning.
イがぜいぜい帰ってこなかっ
I'm curious why
た
he's here.。
それをブル君がまずいわくに
Maybe
米
you
軍
should
基
do
地
some
にやってみ
detecting
て。
yourself, 47. A famous private
なんかダメだった
investigator
ね、
summoned by
申請したの。
Alexis Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to
私立探偵の後をつけるってバレるやん。何歩ぐらいだったの？ここ渡れんのかい？
金は返ってきたけど、ソニーの一番安いヘッドホン買えるくらい、以下略。
一番安いで1、2万ぐらい？
そう。
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Please do.
If you'd follow me.
何歩ぐらい予想しとったん？
I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary. And all this security. I've never seen the place
20-30万円。
and I dare say I don't like it at all.
10分の1ぐらいになったね。
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about those texts.
What did she say?
Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me, said she understood the position I was in. We had a really good talk about it, actually.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought she was gonna read into them and freak out.
税金取りすぎだろ。
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
Get inside the house. I'm safe. You know what we're doing, so don't worry about that.
ガサガサ。
Whatever.
What?
Command, something ain't right down here. Stand by while I investigate.
侍で怪しいやろ。ふふふん。コインどこ行った？コイン最強よね。これ武器いらんか。違うのに変装した時に邪魔になるよね。探偵の後をつける。これ入れんのかな。
Sorry, sir. I cannot let you through here. Please move on.
Do as you wish.
そう入れん。 あ、ここ入れる。
I'm Mr. Fernsby's butler. I will try to assist you as best I can. Where would you like to start your investigation, sir?
Where's the family? I like to prime the suspects a bit.
Madam Carlyle's family members are all on this floor. Maybe start in the sitting room. If you'll follow me, this way. Priming, you say? That sounds interesting.
It's like planting seeds that will grow into telling actions or words.
I see. Do you wish to plant any such seed?
I already have. And fruit, they
これ何？玉
grow
か。
old, not easily faced, self-controlled and always asleep. All qualities a murderer would benefit from.
おお。
Wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't know, I'm afraid. If that is all, sir, please do come and find me when you feel ready to inspect the crime scene.
Just one question. Is that burned leather I can smell on you? Unusual.
焦げた皮の匂い。
Burned leather.
I don't know what you...
Seeds, Mr. Fernsby. Seeds.
あ、いや、何が起きたの？なんか事件が起きたのここで。探偵が来るってことは。ヒューズ。
探偵が来たら人死ぬだろ。
特にコナン君が来たら危ない。
工藤新一が来るの？
Madam Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well,
金田一がやばい。
金田一もやばい。
He normally accepts his wife's outrageous behavior without batting an eyelid. But staying in his mother's bed so soon was just a bit steep, I suppose.
And her son Patrick is just as bad. Just look at Rose.
コナンより人死んでるぞ。
Preying on the girls like that.
これでもバレんのかな。あれでも表示がついてないの。あ、ここが大丈夫なんか。不法侵入になってないここ。
But he was such a gentleman. Gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I
Deal.
deserve romance.
Did Alice tell you what Emma did when she arrived?
What is it now?
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she
どう見ても不審者なのに捕まえない警備。わら。
こっちはダメなんだな。ここまで OK な入っても。ここはいいけど。
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
Fake funeral tomorrow.
僕い
Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is
ちょ
everywhere.
っと難しいか。
I never thought of it that way.
ここはダメなんよ。
Why waste away in front of the books when he can play like that? That music makes my heart soar.
どっかおらんかな、なんか。一人。こいつ。ダメよね。ここどう？バールがあったら開けれる。あ、ここがさっきのとこか。あ、ここは大丈夫なんだよ。鍵を開ける。乗り越える。開いとるんか、これ。ちょっとね、バールかなんか探すか。
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to snoop around? I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Don't worry, I'm sure everything will settle down soon.
バールのようなものを見つけた。これなんかあれだろ？レベルが高いと音に敏感になるって書いてあったね。半分焼かれた日記。
That appears to be a half-burned diary belonging to Zachary Carlyle. It says he and Madame Carlyle murdered their older brother 46 years ago, and that Mr. Fernsby helped them cover it up. He was planning to confess it all. Interesting.
Greedy. バレた。音が想像以上にでかかった。なんも動いてる感じはせんね。でも多分大丈夫。こう落としたらどうなる？
Of gum right there, and we're done.
ただのいたずら小僧じゃん。
でもさ、こいつに化けてもさ、一緒なんじゃないの？行ける場所。奥まで行っても大丈夫なの？警備じゃないから行けるかね。ネズミのお腹が痛くなるやつ。ロッカーか開けれるの？
そういえば腰つべの登録者数公開されるで。
うん。めっちゃ少ないのにどうするの？嫌だ？開けたらどうなる？バナナ？
スパム対策だって。
バナナ。スパム対策ってどういうことなの？誰かスパムやるんかね？
公開されるなら自分から先に公開してやったわ。
Why waste away in front of the books when he can play like that? That music makes my heart soar.
Quite the poet.
あとはなりすまし対策。
なりすましっていうのは何
？Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I'm just having a laugh, yeah? Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we had something to do with Zachary's death?
Oh, please.
He's circling us. I don't see him snooping around your sister. I bet Alexa said something.
If I could be bothered, I'd be worried about your mental health, Emma.
思いっきり聞こえとる。
Sorry, I'm having too much fun enjoying the circus.
バナナはね、気絶せんかった。
有名配信者の名前にして登録者数隠して、本人であるかのようにや、以下略。
そんなことすりゃそうなの。
いるらしい。
めっちゃアホやな。
Listen, Gregory. Something's off. Pruitt got word his motion was rejected. We all signed the bloody thing 4 days ago.
食った？
Oh dear God, not this again.
Greetings, sir.
So I got hold of the officer. He says it was finalized, but then how?
今食ったか。ネズミのこのお腹痛くなるやつやる。
ブル君もヒカキンで登録者数ゲットしろ。そのせいで登録者数全員公開や。
Just wait a few days. I'm sure it'll sort itself out.
なるほどね。そのせいだった。なんだろう、夏目漱石に見えるね。気のせい？
I beg your pardon? An unusual connection to the place, even though you married into the family.
I do not. I mean, it is my husband's ancestral grounds. Of course I care, but what are you insinuating?
Just an observation.
正岡式に見える。
正岡式に見える。あいつ食べるかな。ほら、移動する。
Why waste away in front of the books when he can play like that? That music makes my heart soar.
Quite the poet. But you're right. It's beautiful.
He plays the strings of my heart with that piano. I can feel the hair on my neck.
ここででもやるわけにいかんしな。
What a marriage. Splendid dynamics between the two. Loaded with conflict. Unsaid fears and desires. I could just stare all day.
Niwa. これ何？ユニコーンの角。
That would mean... Nah, too early to conclude.
She expects the family photos to be done any moment now.
I need this shoot to happen, okay? And I need it.
ストーリー発見したけど、まあとりあえずこっちだけやろう。
You strike me as independent and self-sufficient. Taking a break where the family might see you. Perhaps you're also perceptive. Tell me the first odd thing that comes to mind when you think of the last 24 hours.
Let me think.
First thing, don't think.
Okay. Well, I'm sure I left 20 quid in my locker, but when I came in this morning, it was only a $5.
No, not perceptive at all. Muddy prints from high heels. Expensive. Size 6.
6ってどれぐらいだったっけ？これ今チャンス？思いっきりおった。思いっきりおったわ。あっちゃっ ちゃ
誰とりやん。
思いっきりおったわ。誰もいないと思ったら。
Strike me as independent and self-sufficient, taking a break with family. Perhaps you're also pathetic.
でもおらんじゃおらん時もあるね。今のは何？運が悪かった？
取り返した税金でヘッドホン買ってまた税金払ったわ。
ヘッドホン買ったん？
イゾネのやつ買った。
アイゾーンのやついい。こっち見よる？見てない。
一番矢印のやつ。
エロボーイ。本来いける？あ、違う。
バレるぞ。
ちゃちゃ。ちゃちゃ。
Stop right there. Now let go of the body, nice and easy.
Help me. 何あれ気絶さすっていうのあったから、やったらさな、放り投げる。普通にさ、あそこ窓のところ頭ガーンってやるんかなと思ったね。中に放り投げるってなんなん？
気絶したらほっとけばええんや。
めっちゃアホやん。ここに頭を思いっきりバーンってぶつけんのかなと思ったの。ガーデンポー。
知らん顔しとけば誰がやったかわからん。
マジで？これバナナだと気絶せんかったよね。やったんよこれ。ヒューズで。ボール気絶するかな。発見されたらダメなの。中におるあれがあれなんだよ。こっち向いとるね。
箱の近くに来るタイミングでデッドボールしたれ。
これになったろ？今がチャンス。ボールで殴る。
If you're dressed like a Detective 47, you might as well act the detective. I suggest you go talk to the butler.
デッドボール、物理。
物理。直接デッドボールするよね。かっこいい？ 調査ファイルがどこにあるんだ。ダートムーア
しまうな、わら。
しまわんといかん。
どっか行ったと思ったら急に顔が変わるのやめろ。
Very well, Mr. Fernsby.
Make sure you focus on your work.
I will.
I don't need one more maid crying in the kitchen. So watch yourself around young Mr. Patrick.
Don't worry about me.
これ昔武器であったような気がするけど、ビリヤードの気のせいだっけ？
Yes, actually, could you speed up time so I don't die from boredom? I fear I may not.
なんかのシリーズであったようなヒットマン。
Perhaps a brisk walk in the garden would do you good.
I said speed up time, not my
でしばく。新聞
Just
紙。
come away, will you?
Of course, sir. I'll come back later.
How very kind of you, dear Mr. Fernsby. I hope to see you soon.
これ誰だ？
Mr. Whitmer, are you ready to inspect the crime scene now?
I am.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
これストーリーが全然わからんのだけど、このマップの。殺されたってこと？
I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery 47.
密室殺人ミステリー。
バーコード探偵、ハゲチャビン。
めちゃビン。これは何かな？
A hidden door.
隠しドア。
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside.
しまった。
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's
マジ
been
ックミラーこれ
researching
もし
the
かして。
secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor.
こっから出れ
I'm
るやん。
sure there's more to find in Zachary's room.
全然密室やない。
自分が実行犯で他人が犯人になるタイプの探偵。
マジックミラーやな。
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body? 47.
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
天才すぎる。
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
これは何？衣装。
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
今ので犯人が分かったん？
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings.
インテルメニューを開く。これ容疑者になってるんだけど、これ容疑者っておかしいんだろう。自殺の可能性があるかな。これドクロマークがついてる。やっぱこれが犯人か。ジジイが容疑者。
So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first? Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Mr.
Bean が犯人。
Mr. Bean。探索か。
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
これさっき見つけたもんね。お、屋敷のマスターキーゲット。これ何どこでも開けれるん？どこでもキー。最後の鍵？現在対応不可。
From the dead, a make-believe funeral, a murder mystery. Oh, all too much.
Yeah, we'll all need a vacation when this is over.
I need to stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
What is it?
Elaine says she saw her on the top floor, stroking the door to Alexa's office. I kid you not.
I saw her rearranging the photos in the sitting room, hiding Madam in the back, and then moving Montgomery to the front. She's all right in her head. Why did she do that? She died almost 50 years ago.
「容疑者を尋問し」また広いねこれ。
I'm serious. I have a friend who's a model.
She says that's the sweet, sweet life. You should come and stay in my place. You never come over.
I'm quite happy here.
謎のスイッチ。めっちゃ気になる。
You can keep trying if you want, though.
I should probably. Look at me getting all
That
giddy.
door leads to Emma and Gregory's
All
room.
over again, just without the awkward slow dancing.
これ入ったらダメかな。いけるわ。
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him.
隠し扉みたいなとこには入らんの？
隠し扉みたいなとこさっきあったね。通路に出る。また口説き。こいつどこでも行けるから最強だね。疑うやつが誰もおらんっていう。この格好。こっちはなんだ。こっちはダメなのね。こっちはね、なんかさっきのあっち出る。上行けるかな。
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going? Definitely not through here. Get out of my face.
こっちはやっぱダメだね。あのじじいんとこ行くか、ほんなら。他もうないね。うん、全部回った。どうやって降りるんだっけこれ。バイオに出てきそうなとこね。
I'm losing it, and I only arrived yesterday. He didn't leave Thornbridge for 50 years.
I'd prefer it if you didn't speak ill of the dead, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah, well, if there's nothing good to say,
then you should hold your tongue.
Patrick Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother. Okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
疑いあり。これ何容疑者と疑いありでどう違うの？これ確定ではないんかな？容疑者だ。これも容疑者だになっとるね。
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him. Then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
そういうことか。
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
ミスター・ファーズビーがやったかもしれない。いや、そのミスターはどこにおるか全くわからんね。こいつか。
Yes. She's insistent, that one. She gets asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler.
こつしげさんらいらっしゃい。元気か。調査ファイルを探す。これはでも多分もう一個のクエストでまた後で。あ、これだな、もう一人。
Rebecca Carlisle. Can you tell me about
元気じゃない。
なんで元気じゃない？
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 8:45. Sir? I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor.
雑談が好きな人には来場しました。
何の雑談が好き？
I do have a lot to see to.
Tell me about Zachary.
ミは前回配信を視聴しに来た翌日病院に検査しに行ったら人体と反胃からく。
He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing.
そうなん。何かやったん？
Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled.
パンズビーっていうの毎回出てくるんだけど。
It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Oh, the bell. Better be Mother explaining what the hell's going on.
現場で3メーターくらいから転落して左膝怪我してほっといた。
これはあかんなん。病院に行った方がいい。で、病院行ったらなっとったん。
一応検査しに行ったらいからく。
で、なんかしばらく休むん？チェックと。
3ヶ月。
3ヶ月休む。お金出るんやろ？
Do not disturb me with your petty concerns. You are all adults, and as part of the elite,
出るよ。
you will eventually have to deal with difficult situations like this. It comes late for most of you, but this is a chance for you to show what you are made of. That will be all.
Emma Carlisle, Can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely
出
I'm
るけ
not
ど
a
不便だ
suspect.
し仕事している方がマシ。
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed.
ほら仕事に行くんだ。
I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Is that all?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything else you want to know?
ゲーム？どういうこと？
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except
あ、
perhaps
これなんてゲー
I
ム？
had a
あ
feeling that Zachary was
これヒットマン。
depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he
面
had
白い
no
よ。
one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her
暗
strong.
殺が好きならね。暗殺ゲームが好きなら。おらんよなんてもう一人の。
ほう、面白いのか。
おもろい。
新作ゲームなん。
うん。
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary.
新作、まあ去年出たんだっけこれ。
You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'd never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting.
シリーズでは一番新しい。
アサシンクリードみたいなやつか。
I believe we went to the
ま
States at around
あ、アサシンクリードよりリアル系かな。
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset.
あれ結構アクション入っとるけど、これはほとんどアクションないな。
But he seemed more engaged than
変
usual.
装したりとかしてね。
You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, mother, and the staff, all the company he had. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive?
殺し方はこれ何でもいいよね、基本的に。
Or perhaps the planned funeral is still taking
ブル
place
ク
and
イ
I
の
have to
配
do the
信したし
eulogy.
寝ますか。
And mother
ダメでしょ。
was strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me.
1時間見ていかんとダメでしょ。
Encouragement. A single spontaneous caress, what a difference that would have made. Right.
To my mother, the living dead.
これか。
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward.
じゃあ10時間にいるから10時間やれ。
10時間まで
On
き
the
ん
other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left.
ザカリーっていうのが殺されたんよね。
Back here just before midnight. Is that all? Not very thorough, are you?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
ストーリーが全くやっぱわからん。アリバイ確定。あ、なっとるわ、これ。疑いあり、疑いあり、疑いあり。容疑者。こいつなんじゃないじゃあもう。だってもうドクロマークついとるもんね、これ。 あいつの部屋に侵入した時に全員聞いて容疑者っていうのも確定しとるんね。あれジジイか。これターゲット。
Looking good, man. Looking good.
本当にルッキングか。スキンヘッドがええんかな。
Ah, my perfect mother. Ha! Who would have thought? You fucked up, didn't you? Staging your own death? A major, grandiose cock-up, I'd say.
Be quiet, Gregory.
It shows you're only human, after all.
Quiet.
I never would have guessed.
まあとりあえずもうジジイに話してみるか。これのみよる。あれに毒入れたらもう一発で倒せるね。なんだろう。おらん。
Why not lean back and enjoy the spectacle?
「ガラスを割る」だ。調査を終了するになる。
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
足が速い。上に行ける。これに変装するっていうのはさすがに無理があるかね。これに変装したらどこでも行けそうだけど。
Hello, sir.
さすがに無理があるか。
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
ここか。
I can't forget his eyes. They were so swollen, it didn't even look like.
不法侵入になるね。
Hi. Do you think it was a suicide?
こっちか。
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
めっちゃおるね。どうやって殺す？
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
パービーズ。
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
調査ファイル。
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it. The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle. Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Mission complete.
How are you?
一石二鳥だった。ファイルも手に入ったしね。他脱出ポイントない？最初のとこだけか。これあかんやん。
I seem to have lost you.
眩しい。
47. They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
47天才すぎるね。サイレントアサシン。
Don't respond, just listen. Diana can't help you now. You need to find Olivia. She will know what to do. I wish there had been more time.
And then there were none. Thank you, Miss Burnwood. Now, it's my turn.
Stay down. Boss wants you alive.
Yeah? How about now?
Over here! Cover me!
Walk away!
Or what? You gonna take us all on?
Don't. Tell the Constant to start running!
You think you've won? 47 is out there. And 47 never misses his mark.
Neither do you, Miss Burnwood. That's what makes you valuable.
You're delusional. You think I would betray 47?
Trust me, you owe him nothing.
What is this?
I told you we could help each other, and I meant it. I'll look forward to your call.
Gray is gone. Go to Berlin and stay out of sight. We're all that's left now.
ストーリーなんかすごいね。よくわからんけど、すごいことになってる。ワンはできないんだよな。なぜかこれはできるんだけど。2は持ってるからできる。1も持ってるんだけど、なんかゲームオブザイヤーエディションだっけ？じゃないとダメなんだって。になる。な なんだろうこれ、よくわからん。まあ、今日はこの辺で終わっとくか。じゃあまた明日の。じゃあありがとね。
なんで？
なんでってもうやることないな。ちょうどもう3時間だし。時間もちょうどええじゃん。ケツがめっちゃ痛いのに。トイレ行き過ぎてもお腹が壊れた。ラッキーさ FF やるよの。